In this video, I want to show you how to optimize for maximum favorable excursion. Something different and unusual happened this week in this strategy. This is momentum reversal. Let's take a look at this setup, testing it back since May of 2020. And you can see the equity curve, recent drawdown. I want to look at maximum favorable excursion though. We've looked at maximum adverse excursion in the past for stop losses. And I want to look at maximum favorable excursion. So you can find maximum favorable excursion under trade graphs and maximum favorable excursion. We had a one-off trade this week that we've not seen before where you have a gain of, you're up $6,780 and it reverses to a stop loss. Before, that biggest outlier was right here, up $3,000 and ended up with a $480 loss, getting out at the end of the day. So ideally, you like to let your profits run, and on Fed Day, we had a huge profit, and this thing reversed all the way up. What can we do to get rid of these outliers? I don't like to give up that much of a gain. At the same time, I don't like to micromanage the strategies, and I'm not big on optimization, but I'm going to use it for discovery, and so I'm going to optimize a trailing stop loss. And so let's take a look at how you do this. These are the performance results in this setup on the Nasdaq. Let's look at them on the S&P. Here it is on the S&P, slightly better results for recent equity peaks. Let's look at the maximum favorable excursion. This one was at 4,000. So massive outlier this week on this reversal. This type of pattern doesn't typically see since May of 2020 where it's going in our direction and then just violently reverses by this much with this type of pattern. So we do have market reversals, but not typically with this kind of pattern does it reverse like that. So what can we do? Let's look at it on the Nasdaq. So in order to do that, we're going to right click on the chart. We're going to go to Studies, Add Strategies. So you add this strategy and you can do dollar trailing. You could also divide it up into long and shorts. LX means long exit. SX means short exit. So you have a different amount of trailing stop loss for longs and shorts. So let's just go with a standard dollar trailing. And we'll go in here and we'll start with 1,000. Let's just take a look at the results. If we had a $1,000 trailing stop loss. So with a $1,000 trailing stop loss, the results diminish greatly. This is why I don't like trailing stop losses. It micromanages it too much. And $1,000 is not much in the Nasdaq. That is only a 50-point move, which happens very, very frequently. And so you're just going to get whipsawed if you try to use $1,000 trailing stop losses in most cases. And these are the type of strategies that we consider more long-term day trade strategies. They're short-term in the nature that they're day trade, but they're long-term. And then we're not trying to trade in and out all day long. And so let's right-click and go to Studies, Edit Strategies, and we're going to optimize this between 1,000 and 10,000, and then look at the optimization report. So let's optimize it. This is for discovery to see kind of what works. 10,000, and we're going to go we're not going to micromanage this down to a very small level. We're just going to go with every $1,000, and let's look at this and see what the results show us to see kind of what's working in a setup like this. What could we do to improve the results? So after optimizing it for total net profit, the results don't change. That is because the final value was $10,000 for total net profit. Now let's look at the strategy optimization report. Let's look at data, strategy optimization report, and I like to look at return on account the best. You'll have to scroll over here. You can set it up to optimize for return on account. And if you do this, you'll see that the best return on account is 9,000, 8,000, 10,000, 6,000, 7,000, 3,000, 5,000, 4,000, 2,000, 1,000. So let's go with the smallest number in the top half, which is 6,000 right here. And you can double click on this. Once you double click it, it will update the input to that value, and then you can look at the results. And you see that the results are slightly worse, but you remove that outlier. You lock in those profits. So if you use a $6,000 trailing stop loss, let's see what happened on Fed Day. We did not lock in that profit, but we were able to lock in some of the profit and not be stopped out. That loss on Wednesday put us down more than 2,400 on the week, and so we have a weekly loss limit of 2,400. Once you're down 2,400 on the week, you stop. And so because we have this trailing stop loss here that doesn't lose, it would have then traded Thursday, and Thursday's losses are there. So you can see that. And let's take a look at a profit target. Would a profit target help? So we can right click Studies, Edit Strategies, and let's look at profit targets. True. Let's set up a $6,500 profit target because it was around 6,800 or 6,900 was the maximum gain, and we'll see what the results show us here. So let's take a look at the performance summary, and the overall results are worse with a profit target. So while it improves the results on Wednesday's trade, the results overall are worse when we try to micromanage it. So profit targets overall and trailing stop losses overall do not help. We do have a weekly stop loss, and this is stopped for the week. It is Friday. So it is a good time to start trading this setup if you like to start doing a drawdown, because this is in a drawdown. It's also part of our Stock Index 25 portfolio, and we recommend trading strategies in any portfolio. Any given strategy can go through a drawdown, and so you have diversity of strategies that work with different sets of rules, and that's why we prefer portfolios of trading systems instead of just one individual strategy. Hey, David Bean here. Welcome to Capstone Trading Systems YouTube page. Be sure to subscribe to join our community of algorithmic traders. We are real money traders. We share our winning streaks, we share our losing streaks, as well as market updates, strategies, and coding tips.